Hello and welcome to GoldBoys Primetime, presented by GoldBoys.com. Picket Sports, Boom Fantasy. Download those apps. Use code GoldBoys. Jerry just pulled out the clown nose out of nowhere. Don't know what's going on with that. I'm Eli. We also have Nick Larson, the Strikeout King. What's up, guys? How we doing?
This is what I see when I look at you.
Wasn't expecting that, but I like it.
Get out of here, dude. What's up, Nick?
Going on.
Bunch of baseball tonight, a little bit of basketball. Got some things to talk about. It's of course Dinger Tuesday, so I did tell Twitter I was going to force you guys to pick at least one home run, a hitter per game, with the preface that we're not betting all of those. So you can, I guess, opt out if you're a coward, or we just go for it because that's what the people are here for. Before we get in the games and into some picks, I've just got some things I think we should talk about. First one, me and Nick have been talking about a little bit before the show. It's this pitch that's being now called the sweeper is kind of like taking over Major League Baseball. Not taking over, but we're seeing a lot of guys start to throw what's being called the sweeper, and to me, it's just like it's a slur. Like it's not a new thing. Like when I would play MLB 2004 and create a player and create a pitcher, like I would always do slurp because nobody threw it, and I thought that was a cool name, and I was like not very old, but. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on the sweeper? I know Nick maybe give us a technical pitching breakdown here. I kind of hate it. I don't think it's going to stick around very long. What do you guys think?
Well, I think it's a good pitch to rock. You know what I mean? It's one of those dangerous pitches that, can just hang up there like a helicopter. You know what I mean? If you don't pitch it right, you got to really locate it. It's probably a good if you're a right-hand batter. Going against a righty pitcher, it's probably a good pitch to try to get them to chase. Like a Javi Baez would probably swing 95% of the time.
Literally.
It's one of those, it looks so good coming out, and then that movement goes out of the zone. That guy's chasing every single time. You just got to pick and choose with that kind of pitch,
Yeah.
Yeah. The sweeper paid for my college education, so I'm a big fan of it. I can kind of show you. I mean, all it is it's a slider. It's just how you throw it. Here's a baseball slider, usually on the side of the horseshoe here. So you get the spin like this. A lot of guys hold it kind of up top and they release down. So you're kind of getting the vertical on it too. The thing with the sweeper is why a lot of guys do it before is you have the ball that just stays on the same plane all the way across. And a lot of guys don't like that. They want the vertical drop on that as well. But like Jerry said, I mean, if you got a right-handed batter, it's tough if you're throwing fastballs on the corner and then you hit them with the one that breaks 8 inches off the corner. It's tough pitch to lay off. It's hard to throw as a righty to left-handed batters because it breaks right into their swing. That's where you want the one that goes down and towards their back foot. But I mean, like guys like one of my favorite pitchers all time to watch was Jose Fernandez, and his slider, whatever you want to call it, was disgusting. Like he would throw it at guys and they would about fall over because of the break on it. So it's nothing new. It's just like how your arm angle is, if you're on top of the ball, it's going to go down more. If you're on the side, it's going to go a little more side to side. It's not a new pitch. It's just guys didn't really throw it much.
What did you top out at? I'm sorry.
I top out, dude. I'm a little dude. I'm only like 5'10", and I was our closer, and I threw probably like 86. But I threw my slider probably 75% of the time. And then fastball and changeup. That's not a sweeper. I hate that pitch name. And they act like they just invented it, or they act like they invented it this year or something.
I'm still muted. That's what's really pissing me off. Is like it's not a new thing. Some guys that are trying to like a Clark Schmidt is trying to implement this year, and he's not implementing it well, and guys are just destroying it. He's trying to throw it at lefties, and lefties see that spin, and they're like, okay, that's gonna end up right across the zone. But yeah, I think as guys start to pick up on it, I think we're gonna see it fade out.
Although one of the best things I saw it happens to Jock Peterson a lot, and it is rewarding as a pitcher is when you throw that pitch that they swing at and then it hits them in like the chest.
Yeah,
it breaks right into them and they miss it. He's done it multiple times. So
When it's not fast though, it's like they say. I think anything over 95, you can't see the stitches no more. So that's why it's so hard for like those sinker bowlers that throw high speeds and everything like that. But if you're throwing this pitch at 87 miles an hour,
it's
they're gonna
easy
pick
to
up
see
on
what's
it.
And again, especially if you're a lefty and it's coming from righty, if you see that spin starting outside, it's going to end up right across the plate. It's not really going to drop. It's going to be on that same plane like Nick was talking about. So I think if we can identify the guys that are not throwing it well, at least not yet, I think those are guys that we could target pitching wise, just kind of tying it back into gambling. Staying real quick, just one more thing I want to get you guys' thoughts on. I know Jerry is going to have some thoughts on this, and maybe Nick. Tim, yeah, sorry, I should have said Matt's gonna try to join a little bit later. He's 5 o'clock window is a little bit cutting a little bit close for him. We would like to try to start at 5 o'clock, especially when there's 6 o'clock MLB games going, because we don't want to be running up against MLB if we got picks on those games. We want to get them out before obviously the game starts. So Matt's going to try to join when he gets home and gets situated a little bit. Thank you for reminding me. And again, if you have any other questions or want to talk shit to Jerry or something, just drop it in the chat either on YouTube or Twitch. Jerry, I know you're going to have thoughts on this topic before we get into the games. Nick, you probably will too. Being an ex-pitcher, I want your insight on that aspect as well. Obviously, we saw Max Scherzer get ejected for he said it was rosin. It probably was. I honestly don't care. But what are you guys' thoughts on the sticky stuff? Like, is the MLB is MLB? I learned recently, not supposed to call it the MLB. It's just MLB. Is MLB kind of freaking out too much over it, especially with the new rules this year? Like, what are you guys' thoughts, not only on the Scherzer situation, but just the use of, quote unquote, sticky stuff as a whole?
Did you see the David Cohn experiment?
I did.
I mean, they told Scherzer to clean his hands with alcohol.
And it
causes
stickier.
A reaction. It makes it like literal glue. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Talk about ejections. It looked like it was an ejaculation. It's just if now they did this, so now he still has to pay for this. Well, it's a paid vacation essentially, because I just found out that you don't get. It's not an unpaid suspension. You're paid. You're getting paid. So you're suspending a guy to basically take 10 days off. I don't understand. Anything with suspension should be without pay, right? You're doing something wrong. What's making a pitcher that's just wants to go to Cancun for a couple weeks, just put some sticky stuff on your hands? But now he has to serve 10 games suspension, which is 2 starts. How David Cohn clearly proved that this is wrong. You can't put alcohol on this. It just makes the situation worse. You can't get that off your hands now. So now he's suspended. Now what does MLB do? They just say, well, whatever. It's kind of fucked up. He could be innocent, but at the same time, I guess I get it, because it's all subjective to the umpires. You can't go back and review this again after the fact. It's completely subjective to umpires. So is this going to be a trend? This may get thrown out altogether. They may just get rid of the whole rule, because now if you can't have rosin, this is what pitchers need. You're giving them nothing.
And it gets dangerous too, right? Nick, I want your thoughts too. Obviously, you pitched in college. You've been around the clubhouses. Like, did you use any sort of substances, and what are your thoughts?
I was too stupid to use something like that. And I pitched in Wisconsin. It was freezing cold. You couldn't feel the baseball either way. But dude, working in the clubhouse in pro ball, man, this was before the hand checks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the stuff you would see, the concoctions that these guys would make and put in like a tobacco tin or something like that, or they would have it like on their belt and their jersey would cover it. And I mean, there's stuff all over. But a lot of times the hitters really don't care, because when you have guys throwing baseballs that are kind of slick and they're throwing 98 to 100 miles an hour,
yeah,
the hitters want them to know where that's going. They would much rather have that than a ball coming at their head.
Yeah.
So I think one way, which they kind of brought up in one of the interviews with Scherzer, is one of the reporters said your spin rate did not change at all. Like, the spin rate of the ball did not change. That's the biggest thing with the whole sticky substance, is they're trying to get the increase of the spin rate.
Yeah.
So, and MLB can monitor that. They have the technology now. So, I mean, if they do a check and the guy's got a little tackiness on his hand and his spin rate is up like 40% or something, then maybe it's an issue. But if he has it on there and nothing has changed from his normal spin rate, I don't see what the big deal is. But
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's my thing. And just real quick, that's what I was gonna say too. Can we get Portman on the pod? Yeah, Portman. 5 o'clock is tough for Portman as well. We're trying to figure that out. Portman is definitely on the list to get on here. I don't know why the guy sucks at gambling. I don't know why you guys want him. That's a joke, but that was my point that I wanted to make too. Is like, if obviously I was I peaked athletically in like 4th or 5th grade, so this was never a concern for me. But if somebody's throwing a ball 99, like in my general vicinity, I absolutely want them to kind of know where it's going to be. And the other thing, especially with the pitch clock and everything that we're seeing kind of, start to limit the pitcher's ability to be effective, right? Like, I don't give a shit. Like, if it was rosin, great. I don't give a shit what it was. Like, we offense is going to be up this year. I'm good with whatever. My little brother, Forehead Easton, just a Twitch Prime sub. Thank you. But yeah, let's move into some games real quick. Couple things I just want to talk about. How do we want to do this? We've been doing this kind of round robin style. I didn't plan this far ahead. I've got 4 or 5 home run picks I'm actually playing tonight. I've got some of the guys that I have written down that I like as well. I know the probably the Marlins game and the Rays game. You guys probably have some picks on. I'm going to start with one of those.
Well, we got Marlins game. Never would have guessed. I have a play every Marlins game.
Exactly.
We have a 6-10 game. That's the earliest, so we might as well.
Yeah, let's start with that one.
Focus on that. What do you think of Battenfield? I mean, he's old.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that. And
yeah, I agree. I didn't.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
My internet might be crashing. I don't know what's going on. You guys are getting fuzzy, and there's some delays and things going on. So I'm sorry. We're gonna try to figure it out.
That's the stream because.
Yeah,
the stream is doing it for me too.
It might be on my internet though because everything is kind of lagging. But maybe we're back. I don't know. You guys are starting to clear up. Sorry for the quality. We may have actually lost the stream because we're down to 0 viewers on Twitch, and we were just up there doing pretty good. So. But yeah, I don't really know what to think of Battenfield yet. I agree that I don't think his stuff is as good as the numbers he's been putting up have kind of led to. It's kind of been hard for me to identify guys in that Rockies lineup to target though. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a little bit of an outside pick for this game because you look at Battenfield so far in the major leagues, seems like a reverse split guy. The lefties can't really touch him. He's I think he was only giving up 2 hits to lefties this season. Elias Diaz is actually a reverse split guy himself. He hits better off righties. So this is like a match made in heaven. He's plus 700 to go yard. I really like this as a long shot. He hasn't hit one on the road yet, but obviously Colorado, you're going to play a lot better in Colorado. But he's batting 400 versus right-hand pitchers. So he's probably my outline to pick right now. He's plus 700, so that's what I would take a chance on.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Like I said, there's going to be a regression there. I'm seeing the same thing with the reverse splits as well. So yeah, that definitely could be a target here. What do you think, Nick?
If I had to take one home run guy in this, I'm taking Josh Bell against Feltner. I don't think Feltner's any good.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. This game kind of screams over to me. I don't think the weather's gonna be. I think it's gonna be like 50s, 60s in Cleveland. So probably like a neutral weather effect. I don't think there's really a good pitcher on the mound on either side. It's been hard for both of these teams for me to identify a home run play. Josh Bell is definitely coming along. He started off really, really slow. He's starting to hit the ball really hard. He's got, I think, a couple homers in the last few days. I was on Jose Ramirez last night, and he didn't really do shit. So just the way that's gone for me recently, he's almost definitely going to hit a home run tonight. So that would be my play, kind of as a fade, to that guy as well. But I don't have anything on this game specifically, just because, like I said, it's been really hard for me to nail down any offensive targets on either one of these teams, just consistency wise, and I've been trash on strikeouts.
You know what's interesting about Feltner? So last season, his splits, he at home 8-game start, only 5 home runs. On the road, 11-game start, 11 home runs. You would think it would be the opposite. Coors Field,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
it is interesting. I don't know.
So maybe we go. So you said Josh Bell.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
Nick
that's
wouldn't
what
have
I
taken
like.
Josh Bell, I probably would have taken Josh Bell. I didn't want to repeat, so I picked J Ram just because that's like the FOMO pick because I picked him last night and he didn't do it. I think any of the three we mentioned though aren't bad plays.
I wouldn't touch him right now because I already bet him yesterday. But Jimenez, I'm waiting for like that nice little power jump that he had last year, but it's not there right now. His at bats are just not good.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But
come
I'm sure he'll do it when I'm not betting him. So.
Yeah. All right. Anything else in this game? Another couple more 6 o'clock window games. Dodgers, Pirates, Syndergaard on the hill. What is it? Thorpe going for the Dodgers. Oviedo for the Pirates. A couple of guys. I think Syndergaard gave up a couple home runs in his last start, but other than that, I don't think Oviedo has given up a home run at all this season. And Syndergaard hasn't looked too bad except for that. I feel like that last start was rough, right? You guys got anything on this game? We just want to pick a homer and move on.
Nah,
I have nothing.
Nothing at all.
Honestly, the Dodgers just they always suck against the Pirates for some reason. I don't. It's one of those things where the Dodgers come into town. Maybe the Pirates get a little reality check. They don't. It's just not a good matchup right now.
Yeah, Oviedo. I was wrong. Oviedo did give up 3 home runs in his first start. Hasn't given up one since. He's a righty. Max Muncy's been crushing the ball. That would be. So is James Outman though. I think I would go Outman, gun to my head, to pick a home run. Potentially a sleeper though. Brian Reynolds been pretty quiet of late. Got a huge extension today. Looks like the Pirates are really maybe going for it. But I guess not.
I don't think so.
All right. Well then, I'll take Outman.
I mean, you know who I'm gonna probably just pick Jack Sawinski. I mean, he has a lot of potential as I talk about all the time these potential guys, but he definitely has that 35 home run potential, big
100%.
power swing. Back-to-back games with doubles, hitting the ball hard, and then he did have that power spell. He hit. Let's look at his. He had a stretch of 4 games. He had a home run, 2 home runs, no home runs, and a home run. You know what I'm noticing? It's been pretty insane this last couple weeks. Guys who hit home runs have been consistently doing it for like 2 days or 3 days straight, like power spells, like straight up power spells, where you're like, this guy just hit a home run. Maybe I'll stay off from this game. You hate betting guys back to back. It has nothing to do with actual matchups or anything. Just in your head, as a gambler, you're like, oh, this guy just went yard yesterday, and these guys are just consistently going yard. Like you look at a guy like Vinny Pasquantino, like he goes into these power spells. He went into it last year. It looks like he's going into a power spell right now, and it's like it's all of a sudden it's consistency where these guys. You look at the home run alerts are coming up on Twitter, and it's the same guys over and over every day. So it's definitely interesting. It's something to really consider. Maybe taking a guy when he's in one of those power spells.
That's something I've really noticed. Is it seems like I've posted a couple guys that I'm taking for home runs who hit a home run the day before or even like 2 days in a row. People are like he just hit one. He's not gonna, like that's something I've been noticing too. It's and I have to like try to dig into the numbers, but it seems like back-to-back home runs are back-to-back days with home runs are more common this year. I was actually thinking that same thing a couple of days ago. I did get a note. My little brother texted me and said, instead of talking in the chat, I don't know why, I said Reynolds is on the bereavement list, so he will not be hitting a home run tonight. Not only is he get a big payday today, he also is having a kid. So good for Brian Reynolds.
Yeah, money in, money out.
Money in, sleep out. Yeah, the whole thing. One quick note. I do not think Jack Sawinski has hit a home run at home yet. Paternity. Oh shit. Bereavement list. So not take back what I said about the happy stuff for Brian Reynolds. I read that wrong. Oops.
What is bereavement?
Somebody died.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
The complete opposite. So it's apologies.
Jack has hit 2 home runs this year at home.
Has he? Okay. Those were pretty recent then, right? I feel like when I was looking, like I wrote down in my notes, only take Jackson Winsey on the road. I don't remember why, but I've got that in my going.
This is
not
so
great.
Are you like hosting? Is that because
Yeah.
you're hosting or something?
So it hasn't been a problem so far. Like I think there's like a partial internet outage in my area or something because never had an issue with quality or with bandwidth or anything, and for some reason,
Well,
yeah,
tell
my
everybody
internet's
in your
just
house
not good.
to turn off the Wi-Fi.
It's just my wife, and she's watching my kids, so she's not like she's not doing anything with the internet. It's just that this is the only thing on our internet right now. I don't
What
know.
is she streaming Blippy on TV? You know, you got to get her off of that thing. You know, like come on.
All right, that I think that's it for this game. We made it through 3 games, like 25 minutes. That's fine. System play for you in this Rays game, or oh wait, let's talk about Boston Baltimore first. Sorry. I have so I've got 3 guys written down pitchers tonight as like must fade guys just because of the clip they've been giving up home runs this year. Corey Kluber is one of those guys. This is a guy that I like him as a guy, as a person. I think he's at the tail end of his career, which is why we can target him a little bit. Loved watching him. But so far this year, he is giving up 3 home runs per 9 innings, and pretty much just getting destroyed by lefties. So his last start, he gave up 2 home runs to lefties. The start before that, 1 home run to righty, but basically he's given up 4 home runs to left-handers this year. 9, like 12, 13, 14 balls to lefties hit over 100 miles an hour. Exit velocity, the hard hit percentage is through the roof as well. So I really like Gunnar Henderson in this one. Kid who's really been hitting the ball really hard. He's got a couple home runs of late as well. I got him, I think, at like plus. What did I get him? Plus using the Pickett Sports app to find the lines. Obviously, this morning, download it. Use code GoldBoys. I got Gunnar Henderson at plus 870. I don't think that was on FanDuel too for Dinger Tuesday, but that is an official play that I tweeted out earlier. I think the odds on him have come down a little bit, but I think that's a good look. You guys got anything on this game?
I mean, we're talking about guys that are staying hot. You know, Yoshida might be coming into his own now, especially power-wise. He had that 2 home run game, and then last game, he's first 3 at bats, 3 hits. You know, he is definitely coming into his own right now. Obviously, when you play in Camden Yards now, it's not an advantage when you're a right-hand batter, but lefties still, you know, they can still hit it out over there. I used to love everything was like Camden Yards. Remember before they changed the dimensions, it was like Camden Yards, Little League ballpark. You know, your right-hand hitter, you know, you're gonna hit a lot of bombs over there. But now you kind of want to look at lefties, and Yoshida's been really tearing the cover off the ball. So if I had to stick with that thing about guys staying hot, I would say Yoshida. He's gonna have good value.
Yeah, and real quick, I tweeted this out last night too because somebody said something about I was on Devers last night who did go yard. Somebody said that, you know, it was hard for them to take any homer in Camden Yards. But if you look at it, yes, righties. I think really any right-handed hitter in Camden Yards this year is a bad bet because of those dimension changes last year. But if you look at the right field dimensions, it's not far off of Yankee Stadium still. Like I think right center is actually closer than Yankee Stadium. Left field, the right field foul pole is like, we're talking about like 4 feet. I think the wall height is a little different, so it's, you know, there's a little bit more to it than that. But don't be, if you're afraid to bet any home runs in Camden Yards, I think don't be, because you know it's at worst neutral for lefties. Maybe even a positive. What do you think, Nick?
My obligatory pick would probably be Adley in this game. I just like the matchup with him and Kluber. What?
I've bet on him like 2-3 days, 2-3 times that they hit a home run this year, and like every time the next day he's hit a home run. So
yeah, that means it'll happen tonight then.
I didn't bet on him yesterday, but even still, yeah. I had him written down along with Gunnar Nelson, and mostly because Adley has not come through for me this year. I went with Gunnar Nelson. I haven't bet on him yet, you know. I think the odds were a little bit better, but yeah, I like Gunnar Nelson for sure, and obviously Adley Rutschman right there with him. There's not a whole lot of other lefties there on the Baltimore side to look at. Yoshida, I'm with you, is a good look, especially for home run or bases. Devers is crushing the ball right now too, and when he's going, I think he's, you know, conversation for him being the top 3 left-handed hitter in baseball is, you know, I don't even know if that's a conversation. Matkafee hopefully on his way. Matkafee hopefully on his way. 5 o'clock's cutting a little close for him. I have not heard from him though.
When is Santander gonna break out of this little,
Yeah, I
He
don't
has
know.
1 home run this season, and it's like I'm just tired of betting him at this point. I think I bet him 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, once I get to that point, it's like if you hit it, God bless, good for you. I'm glad you broke out of your slump. I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
But this is a guy. How many home runs did he hit last year? 30?
Quite a few. And while you're looking that up, this is there. He is going to come out of it at some point. When you look for things that are telling on when a guy's, and sometimes there are no signs, right? They just start crushing the ball. I haven't really seen an increase in exit velocity or anything there, contact rate, anything. So I don't know if it's going to be soon, but it could be. And he's going to at some point.
33 home runs last year. 33 in 150 games. 20 games, he has 1 home run. His batting average is down. This guy's just hitting. I mean, he's 28. He shouldn't be hitting this wall yet, but it's a rough start. Maybe it's in its head. Maybe mentally, you got to think that mentally when you're a batter. They move those dimensions around. You're really just thinking about that a lot.
Yeah, and we also haven't talked much about like the pitch clock effect on hitters. That he could be a guy who likes to slow things down a little bit, feeling rushed, and that could be in his head. And baseball is just hard, right? So he's gonna come out of it eventually, though. You're right. He's too good of a ball player.
I think we got this game covered.
All right, next game. We don't have to go through every game, but this next one, the Rangers Reds, I think is next, right? I have 2 home run plays on this one, but I will turn it over to you guys to see if you got anything first. I got a lot to say about one of the guys. All right, you guys not ready? I'll go.
I have no home runs on this. The only thing I would look at is maybe Perez over strikeouts against Cincinnati, who just Ks to everybody, but I have no home run picks on this one.
Barry?
I mean, I think I saw your card before. I think I know who you're going with, and I think I like it a lot.
Okay.
So I'll let you go.
Well, I got 2. I'll take one of them as my my mandatory one, and you can have the other one then. Let's get the first one out of the way. I like Jonah Heim a lot. Recently, he's been a really solid hitter all year. It's been ticking up even recently, just how hard he's been hitting the ball. Big plus matchup for him tonight with Weaver. Weaver is another one of the guys that I've written down as like a must fade. We have to take at least one lefty against Weaver for a home run. I think potentially 2-3 lefties maybe go yard that night against him or a little bit later on. Jerry maybe doesn't even know that we can see him right now. You back? Yeah,
in here?
Yeah. Yeah, he has no idea. He has no idea he's here. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Never had this happen before. All right, you're back, Jerry? You hear me?
What do you want? What do you want? Dial up?
Right. Dude, listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Jonah Heim is the first play for me for reasons. He's hitting the ball hard. Weaver stinks. Weaver's going to give up home runs. The other guy who I'm starting to really like, and I was looking at Adolis Garcia. I was looking at him earlier. I thought he was like a early mid-20s, like kid. He's 30 years old. He broke into the league in 2021, hit like 30-some homers, and then upper 20 homers something last year. I talk about Giancarlo Stanton being like an alien, just like nobody really can hit the ball consistently as hard as Giancarlo Stanton. Garcia has proven me wrong. This guy is absolutely hitting nothing but piss missiles. When I look at this guy's all with the plus matchup, playing him a lot, especially anytime we see something in 300s and it's not a negative matchup. Something to really keep an eye on. I think he's on pace right now for like mid 40s, upper 40s home runs this year, and has gotten some bad breaks.
That's the guy. That's the guy I was like, yeah, this is a good one for him. Luke Weaver, I forgot he was in the league until I saw he was starting last start. I'm like, wait a second, we still got a Weaver in the league? Like these guys, So yeah, he gave up 2 bombs last game, so he's gonna give up a bomb or 2 here. Definitely Garcia is on the list.
Garcia and Heim. Those are my. I am playing both of those guys tonight to go yard. I got a 350 for Garcia on DraftKings. I got 430 FanDuel for Heim. If you want the current odds, you can use the Pickett Sports app. Jerry's going full robot-y. I think we're fine though. Man, this is not fun. It's not fun. I'm very stressed. NJC's probably watching too. Did pretty much determine that I haven't been fired yet. I'm probably not going to be fired, so maybe we're all right.
He just should have got fired a long time ago.
See, still here. All right, Astros race. Jerry, you got a system play on this one?
You know, I stopped doing it.
All right.
I stopped doing it for the last couple games. But honestly, now that you bring it up, I don't think it hit the last 2 games. We're gonna run it. I think I feel like I won by not playing it the last couple games because it didn't hit. So now, you know what? We're gonna do it tonight. We're gonna do the Wander Franco to score a run and a Rosarena to drive him in. It's probably gonna be like plus 180 or whatever around there. I'm taking it. Thank you for reminding me, my friend.
So to be clear, it's not necessarily that a Rosarena has to drive him in. Just a Rosarena for 1 RBI and Wander Franco for 1 run, right?
Yep, and it's been many instances where that didn't happen in that order, and it still hit anyway because they were scoring a million trillion runs. So definitely my favorite bet of the season.
We got on this one, Nick? Anything?
I got nothing on this one.
I actually didn't really run wise. But like, God, what's the big lefty in the Astros?
I didn't know where you're going with that.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about a pitcher. I'm like,
the hitter, the left-handed batter for the Astros. That's also up there.
Yordan Alvarez.
Yeah, that guy. He playing? He's never a bad look.
No, he's not playing.
Well, give me Wander Franco, I guess. No, I'm not playing him officially. If I had to pick one guy, I'm taking him. Don't care if it's Garcia on the other side.
I just don't nothing. I don't care.
Nothing jumped out. Yeah, this is
parlay.
This game screams under to me, and honestly, I don't think is a great home run matchup, which probably means it's gonna be like 7 home runs, and it's gonna be the best Dinger Tuesday play of the week. But yeah, I'm with you.
I look at Jose Abreu's name and I want to throw up.
All right, White Sox, Blue Jays, Clevenger, Berrios. Berrios been struggling a little bit. Clevenger started off really strong and gave up some bombs last outing. I don't have any official plays here, but a couple guys you almost have to look at least. You guys got anything on this one? Vladdy? Question mark.
Oh.
If I had to give one, it'd be Springer in this game. If I had to pick one,
I know what it is. Hang on, I'm not. I'm on Wi-Fi right now instead of wired in. Okay, guys, warning. The stream is gonna go down for a second, but it's gonna come right back. Okay, I gotta do like a reset thing, like 30 seconds. I think the stream is gonna come right back. Give me 1 second. Come back. Wait, it didn't go down at all. That's not. All right, never mind.
Jesus.
You guys talk about this one for a second. I'm gonna go under the desk and see if I can pick something. Okay.
I mean, I'm probably gonna go Eloy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Just depends. Yeah, it depends what Berrios shows up. He's been all over the place, so he can give him up early too. It'll probably be in the first few innings.
He's been getting lucky this season. He only gave up 1 home run. He's not been good by any means.
No, he has not.
So he's due to give up at least 2 this game. This is not the Berrios we know. He's definitely gonna give up some hard hit balls. Eloy obviously 2 home runs last 4 games. If I had to pick a White Sox, do you call it a White Sox? Like if you're saying singular, like you're talking about a player. This guy is a White Sox.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Can someone explain to me why it's SOX?
That part I cannot help you out with. I can call him a White Sox, but I don't know why they spell it that way.
All right.
It's the Chicago education system.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't know. I don't know. I also don't know where Jerry's video went, but I fixed the internet issue. But now you can hear it. Not really coming through. We're working on the fly. We are losing viewers like crazy because of all the technical difficulties. I do apologize. I appreciate you if you're sticking around. Jerry knows his grammar. I don't know what I missed, but apparently there was some discussion. Tell him to refresh again.
Hey Jerry, you ready for this?
He can't
Gavin
hear you.
Sheets is batting cleanup.
Oh,
No,
I love
perfect.
Gavin Sheets. I don't even know
I
what the
can hit him.
matchup is. Gavin Sheets. I'm taking him. Might actually take him. I haven't yet.
Go ahead, Nick. What's the
So the teams were originally called the Red Stockings and White Stockings, but headline writers needed a shorter alternative. Quickly turned to the spelling Sox SOX for Sox SOCKS. So it's saving them a whopping 2 letters when they do SOX instead of SOCKS.
Well, socks also sounds a little more manly.
Yeah.
Stocking sounds like they're freaking Rockettes, you know?
So yeah, instead of being the White Sox SOCKS, it's SOX to save the 2 letters for the writers.
All right, this game. How much is this parlay gonna pay at? Let me. Just,
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
go Eloy and Varsho. Let's see. See what those odds are. You know, I'm not gonna go through shopping, but if I had to pick
You
like a
can
little
shop them on
nice little
Picket Sports.
two-legger,
Code GoldBoys.
you can absolutely good plug. Attaboy, Eli. You deserve a raise. Underpaid. uh, it is all right. We have. I'm gonna look. Actually, aren't you surprised that FanDuel the last few days have had some better odds?
The odds have been better on FanDuel. I think people are
I
starting to
thought it
go
was gonna
away
be
from
like
them. Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a consistent thing where you're gonna have Caesars like always beating everybody or DraftKings. FanDuel's been having some pretty broken odds for some guys, and I look
Caesars
at
has
DraftKings.
dropped out. Caesars has dropped out.
Caesars odds dropped significantly. I guess because there's a lot of home runs, and they don't have the backing like FanDuel and DraftKings does. So, all right, Eloy's plus 460. Oh my goodness.
I love Gavin
Jeez.
Sheets. That's my pick. Also, I'm with you, Nick, on Springer. Like, I bet on him like 2 days in a row. He has been crushing baseballs, absolutely crushing them. And the where he hits like 6 home runs in 4 or 5 days, it's coming, and I'm not going to bet on him at all because I'm pissed at him. Apparently, his FanDuel has 420 for Castellanos for that game. That's a big enough discrepancy to not use the Dinger Tuesday promo if you like Castellanos tonight. Honestly, that's a big jump, and where Picket Sports like is almost a necessity. My desk, unplugging stuff, plugging it back in.
All right. Just a couple locks that you don't need to know about.
That's I don't deserve them. I really don't. My boy been struggling a little bit. Josiah Gray, Buto on the mound for the Mets. Nationals in New York. Mets. I do have another play that might surprise some people, home run wise on this one. You guys, you know what? Jerry wanted to go last. I've been turning over to you guys first. I like Brandon Nimmo to go yard tonight. Josiah Gray's a guy who he's just kind of always struggled with consistency and especially consistency against lefties. He throws the ball hard too, so when he's off, he's leaving fastballs over the middle of the plate, and lefties especially they're jumping on it. Brandon Nimmo is obviously more of a line drive hitter, but if you look at his launch angles, his last few days, he's starting to lift the ball kind of out of nowhere more and more often, and the exit velocity has stayed there. Decent weather there for you, right, Jerry? I think I saw the winds kind of slightly blowing out, not really enough to matter, but I like Nimmo to go yard tonight. I think I got him like plus 600 or something, plus 5 something, which seems a little low, honestly, since he only has a couple on the year, but that's one of my favorite picks of the day for homers, Brandon Nimmo, and yeah, I don't know. It's one of your boys, Jerry. What do you think?
I mean, his launch angle is not great, right? He kind of tends to be a line drive more. He's a team player. You know what I mean? He doesn't care about the stats. So you worry about that a little bit because when you want to bet on a guy for home runs, you want that guy to go on the plate and say, maybe I want to hit one out here. I want to pad my stats a little bit. This guy is just all about just getting to first base. I mean, the guy walks, he runs full speed to first base. So that's the only thing I worry about is like his mentality at the plate. He just wants to get on base by any means.
I agree, and typically I'm right there with you, and I it's really hard for me to take a lot like it's known he's more of a line drive hitter, but the last week or so you're seeing a lot of exit velocities, above or launch angle, above 20. like a lot more than usual for him. So I don't know. It seems like he's starting to try to lift the ball a little bit. It might not matter. It might just be a blip in the data here, but I love him tonight. But you're 100% correct. Everything you said.
And I'm gonna pick Dom Smith to hit a home run tonight. It's the revenge narrative. So Dom Smith has seemingly lost every ounce of power he had from a few years ago. I don't know what it is. Last season he couldn't hit one out to save his life, but he has had some one-and-track power lately. I've been trying to keep an eye on him, and this is the perfect spot for him to just come out here and just hit a bomb. We used to call him Dom bombs when he was on the Mets, and obviously the Mets gave up on him. A lot of criticism internally about him being overweight. He came in, lost weight, eventually lost his job, and now he's relegated to a AAA team essentially in the Nationals. So he's gonna try to hit one out. Plus 650 on DraftKings, not too bad. I was hoping for a little higher though because he's honestly, it's you see plus 650, it's a great number, but Dom Smith should be in the plus 800s range. He doesn't have that pop anymore, but I guess because of the revenge narrative. But still, plus 650. That's a guy who's going to go up to the plate and he's going to say, "I'm trying to hit one out here." Got a good pitching matchup too for it. I think he goes yard.
Something I'd be interested in real quick, Nick. Something I'd be interested to try to figure out. It'd be hard to. I don't know if we can really even do it, but I'm wondering how much Dinger Tuesday impacts home run odds across all books on Tuesdays. Like I wonder if he had this same matchup, same everything tomorrow night, what the odds would be if it would be in the 700. Because you got to figure more people bet on home runs today than any other day. Obviously, books that kind of adjust.
Probably juiced them all headed into the day.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm saying. Like I don't know. It's something to think about. I don't know what. I wonder what his odds would be tomorrow with the same exact circumstances. Go ahead, Nick. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say they probably do build that into their Dinger Tuesday promo there.
Yeah.
I just have one thing for this game. Budo over 1.5 walks. He's a walk machine. It's minus 140 now, so if you want to eat the juice, you can, or if you want to try to pair it with something, it's a good piece to put in.
If I had to pick one Met here, I'm going Vogelback 100%.
I looked at him hard.
His swing is getting. You saw in the beginning of the season, he actually got in great shape this offseason. He lost some weight, trimmed down, muscled up, but he wasn't putting together good at-bats. But the last few games, especially on the West Coast trip, his bat looks like it's there. The bat speed is back, looks confident at the plate. I really think he's going to put a charge into a ball. The only problem with Dan Vogelback, and this is why you usually get good odds for him, he's out there for his slugging. He's you never get you always get good odds, but the problem is as soon as a lefty comes into the game, he's out. He gets 2, maybe 3 at bats. He's back on the bench. So you have to worry about that. But plus 500 tonight, yes, give me big Dan Vogelback.
Couple things. Tim. First of all, Tim. I appreciate you staying active in the chat. You're always here, keeping the activity up. So thank you. He said, "I love how Jerry has numbers blindness and goes off intuition." That's not the case. I can say firsthand. It might seem like that because Jerry just has this knack for just like always like seeming like he knows exactly what he's talking about without. I don't know. I don't know. You got a good way of giving things out. But I listen to him rattle off like righty lefty splits that the general public doesn't know and home road splits. Jerry uses numbers for sure, but I think you mix in well the I think that the two styles of numbers heavy, which I'm that's kind of me. Some guys I think JD is more of a gut kind of feel guy, and he destroys like that. I think you kind of have a balance in between those two styles, and you kick ass at it. So, which game is that for the strikeout guy? I think you mean the walk guy, and that was Budo Buto pitching for the Mets tonight. Yes, having a good eye test is definitely part of it, and Jerry has a. You got great eyes, man. You know that?
I did a video today. I had to do a little pic today, and I looked into the camera, and for some reason the sun was coming in. I'm like, I have some gorgeous eyes. Just want to throw that out there.
Not bad. Anyway, yeah. If you're talking about the walks guy, Tim, that's Budo for the Mets. Over 1.5 walks on DraftKings, like minus 140. So maybe pair it with something else. Maybe that system plays Marlins played it.
Marlins play, but I can't do my play because Arias is out.
Dang, all right, never mind. Like the next game.
He's
Marlins.
fouled the ball off his knee or something, so he's out.
Chucky Baseball on the mound for the Braves. Charlie Morton. Who's that? Holing? Is that a real name for the Marlins? Holing?
Did you call him Holing?
Holing? What is it?
Hoeing.
Hoeing?
There's no L in there.
Oh, that's an I. Okay.
He's.
I'll be honest, I didn't look at this game.
Yeah.
I didn't look at this game at all. I got nothing. You just got anything on this one?
It's what my ex-girlfriend 10 years ago was doing while I was going to work.
How do you say it again? Hoeing?
Hoeing.
That's great. I feel sorry, guy. Imagine if you went to high school with that guy. Anyway, I actually have nothing in here on this one. I can give him like my favorite home run if gun to my head, but I'll be honest, I didn't even look at this game. All right, well,
Matt Olson chalk down, huh?
Yeah. Olson, he's been destroying the ball. Jorge Soler gone quiet for a little bit. He's gonna come back around at some point, but with Morton on the mound on the other side, I don't know how you can like anybody on the Marlins. Austin Riley, Sean Murphy, Matt Olson. I'm not mad at you for any of those guys. I don't know anything about this Hoeing guy. I don't know what he's about at all. But Sam Hilliard also been hitting the hell out of the ball. I don't know. The Braves lineup has a lot of pop. Just throw a dart somebody on the Braves. I feel like you got a good chance.
Maybe you can tell me this. I still don't understand. Like, why don't the books respect Sean Murphy?
I don't know. I mean,
like, are they?
Go ahead.
He's hitting the cover off the ball,
especially against righties.
Seems like his odds are always plus 500.
Especially against righties.
So I don't think maybe they start dropping his odds.
Yeah,
because he's back to back. It's 2 games in a row now.
That's your gun to your head play, Hilliard. I'll take Olson.
I would do the chalk and we'll go with Olson.
Yeah, I don't know what his odds are right now, but probably not great. Nick, anything at all? I know you love playing Arias under strikeouts.
Yeah, he's not playing though. So gun to my head, give me Segura home run.
That's not bad either. Even with Chucky Baseball out there, you feel good about it?
He doesn't scare me.
You want to hear Brian Hoeing's stats last year?
Yeah, I do.
12 innings pitched, 5 home runs.
Oh, good God. Okay, we have to... Wait a second. Which hand does he throw the baseball with?
Apparently his dick.
Both? Nick says both. No, seriously, we don't know? Okay. Murphy, Olson, Riley, Hilliard. I might bet literally every single one. I need to look at that a little bit. Is that a 7 o'clock game?
I got to go with Olson.
He's a righty.
The righty? Okay. Oh, obviously the big lefties there. Wait. Everything. Hilliard, Olson, Albies. Ozzie Albies has 4 home runs against righties. Maybe Albies is the guy for me. I'm gonna look at. I might tweet something out for this one. I'm gonna look at the numbers a little bit more. I didn't realize this guy was that bad. How many? Is he like an opener, or is he gonna go? They're gonna try to get him through 3, 4, 5 innings.
That's the thing. That's the question. Is he just opening the game? Because he's a reliever. Well, he was anyway.
Okay, so yeah, he's probably opening.
He does have a start. He does have a start last year, so I don't know.
I mean, he's filling in for Rogers, I think, so he's probably gonna have to start.
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Maybe they have him listed as a starting pitcher, so I guess they stretched him out in the minors.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets through 4. Maybe
so he's probably gonna go 4. Yeah.
Some of these lefties may see him twice.
That's the only thing, though. It's like you're paying. It's obviously an intriguing matchup, but you may be only paying for 1 or 2 at bats versus this guy.
Yeah, and that's that. Yes, so that's maybe why you don't take, all 4 or 5 of the lefties in that lineup. But I think I'm not mad if you take 2. I'm not mad at all if you take Albies and Olson, or any combination of the 3 of Hilliard, Olson, Albies. Say that, and probably none of them are doing anything. Question: what about Dalton Varsho? Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's not bad. He's just been a little cold, and I don't know. I think since he's like one of the only one of 2 or 3 lefties max in that lineup every night, and he's the best lefty. I think he just gets a lot. I don't know. I think it's going to be hard for him for whatever reason. You know, if he doesn't get to Clevenger, it's very easy for them to pitch around him. You know, throw a lefty out there, whatever they're going to do. So I don't know. I haven't been big
I
on
haven't
Varsho. I
parlayed with
haven't.
Eloy.
What's that? Parlay with Eloy. Not
That's
even
what I
giving
have, yeah.
strikeouts line for Hoeing. Yeah, I don't think anybody really knows how long he's going to go. But even still, I mean, what'd you say? How many? 6 home runs in 12 innings or something?
5 home runs in 12.1
You gotta
innings.
try. You gotta throw a dart. All right. Anything else before we move on to the what? 16? Tigers Brewers? Nothing? All right. Anything on this game? I don't have anything. Lauer is a guy you can target though. I feel like he does give up. He's given up what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 home runs and 4 starts. So you gotta figure he's gonna give up a bomb or two tonight. Maybe against probably against the righty if he does it, but it's just so hard that the Tigers lineup. There's just not a lot of pop there. I
have the absolute lock here.
Go.
I do not have the odds because I just looked at it.
You check Picket Sports. Go ahead.
Is it? I don't even know who this guy is. Eric Haas.
I was looking at it. Yeah.
He is. I don't know how this can go wrong. He is 2 for 2 against Lauer in his career with 2 home runs. So how can it miss?
I actually have him written down to look at. I also have Javi Baez written down. I might go with you on that. That might be the official show dart we throw tonight. Because I want to take him too. I really wanted to. Javi Baez doesn't have a home run yet, right? And like I was,
That's my.
It's so hard. Somebody that doesn't have a home run yet, I feel like odds should start at plus 700, plus 800. When I looked this morning, it was like plus 460 or something stupid, or maybe it was a little bit more than that. But I just can't take him at those odds. But I might be with you on Haas there.
Wow, Haas odds suck too. They're only plus 370.
Nah, I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
Tigers just not that good, and I feel like they any given night they just they're better than Oakland, but you see the Oakland team just they don't care sometimes. I don't know. Hard for me to bet on the Tigers.
Javi Baez highest odds, FanDuel plus 420. And it makes sense that it's plus 420 because you have to be high out of your mind to want to even bet on this guy right now. But for some reason, I am cold sober, and I do want to bet on him because I think that he gets his first home run. He's not going to go the whole season without a damn home run. It's ridiculous. I know he's putting together some terrible at-bats, but last game he had 2 hits. And what do you like to see? You like to see a guy start to heat up, and then they go on that power surge. So maybe he gets a little bit of that power back, So this is a good matchup for him.
The exit velo has been taken up as well. Really good matchup for him. Lauer's got good stuff. He does struggle against righties though. And yeah, I really when I started looking at the numbers, I firmly believed I was going to bet on Javi Baez to home run today and get shit on Twitter. And I looked at the odds like I can't do it. I can't do it for 420. I think it was 460 this morning, so it's come down even. So I can't do it. And that Haas and Baez, I mean, you might as well parlay them together at this point, because after I'm saying they're not, I can't bet them because of the number they're almost definitely going to. I don't know. That game kind of stinks to me though. I don't love it. Next one also kind of stinks. My Yankees are falling apart. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. If you want to get a future ticket in, bet them to not make the playoffs. I'm 100% serious. I don't know where the run production is going to come from. But anyway, Nestor Cortez Jr. is one of my favorite baseball players of all time. So I wouldn't be mad if you take strikeouts, even though I've not hit a single strikeout line the whole season. I like completely spacing. Go ahead. I'm humble here. Go ahead. I got something I like here. Anything at all? You want to talk shit about this is your opportunity to talk shit about the Yankees.
Well, you want me to talk shit about the Yankees? I'm going to tell you this is the worst team in baseball. I don't care what their record says. It's just they are just a garbage franchise with horrendous fans. I hate this team more than Al Qaeda. I mean, you want me to go on? I can I could really go on here. This team, these fans have tortured me being a Mets fan, living in Brooklyn my entire life. Very, very obnoxious group of people. Am I still going?
Yeah, no, I think he covered it there. And I'm pretty mad at him right now anyway. So I don't even have that much of a rebuttal. What I will say is, I wanted to bet Jorge Polanco. like the lefty-lefty matchup. Gun to my head, I might still take Polanco because I don't see Nestor giving up a home run, honestly. But I do think this wins hit a couple bombs tonight. But it's probably going to be against the Yankees bullpen, who's a little taxed right now. I like Jorge Polanco. I like Byron Buxton as well tonight. But I'm not touching this game because I'm probably going to lose any bet on it, and the Yankees are also going to lose by 7 runs and not score anything. Still going to get wrecked by the Padres. It's cold and it's windy, wind blowing in, so I don't know. But go ahead, Nick. What do you think?
I like both of these pitchers, but I feel like their strikeouts are a little bit too high to touch. I think they're both 6.5. They're both good, but I really like Joe Ryan. I think he's real underrated, but I'm just gonna pass on both of them. Maybe look at Cortez under walks, under 1.5 walks. It burnt me last time because he literally walked his last hitter and then got pulled, but I might look at that.
3 swingers seems like on Minnesota. I don't have numbers on that. Seems like those are there's a lot of guys in there just like to swing the bat. Right. We got some information in chat on Hoeing. Last time he pitched was last October against the Braves, and he gave up a home run to Ozuna. Is Ozuna in jail? Is he playing? He's back. He's back. He's out of jail, right?
They wish he were.
Yeah. Are you betting on this game, Jerry? Fading the Yankees at all? Anything you want to do here, buddy?
Nothing in this game really interests me at all.
Okay,
honestly,
I'm with you. Gambling wise, and honestly, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not that interested. We got a few games to get through still, and we got NBA still left to touch on. I mean, maybe we anybody in chat want to talk about NBA? I don't know. We don't have to. Padres Cubs. Wind is blowing in Wrigley, and it's weather's not great. I didn't touch this game. I think Seiya Suzuki might still hit one out though. Blake Snell has given up a home run to at least one lefty. I think in his last 3 starts. Seiya's kind of been crushing the ball. I know, Jerry, you tried to do that Japanese player parlay. Something, Seiya.
Maybe we run it today. Maybe
that's what I'm.
Go Yoshida
and
Ohtani
and Ohtani. Yeah, I might be in. I actually might be in.
That's something you could even like round robin. You know what I mean? If in case one of the other guys doesn't, Ohtani could come through and give us some chalk.
Who's this Miller kid?
Who is this Miller kid? This Miller kid's my play of the day here.
Let's go. All right, so you don't like Ohtani to go yard tonight?
I mean, he still might, but the dude throws like 102.
Okay. Which hand does he throw the baseball with?
He throws it with his right hand.
Oh, I'm in. Shohei. You talk about this guy. I'm gonna price out this parlay.
His first start, he had 5 strikeouts when they still had him on somewhat of a pitch count. His minor league numbers were insane. It was like over 2 strikeouts an inning in the minors this year. First start was against the Cubs, I think. His line was 4.5. I took him all the way up to I think 9 was like plus 11 or plus 1200. Angels have some strikeouts in that lineup, so I mean I'm fine if
for a homer night. That's got to be the weather. Seems low, man. Almost there on the parlay. What do you think, Jerry? Anything else?
Nah.
All right. Well, let me. I got Shohei. He's plus 255 on FanDuel real quick. Really price it out. Pigget has this new cool app feature where you can actually like go through it. It'll show you odds on parlays. Like you used to click a line and it would show you like the different books. Now it adds it to your bet slip and it will show you like the best book to take the parlay of everything. Pretty sweet. Use code.
That's a game changer.
Yeah. Yoshida is plus 900. What do you think the odds are for our 3 Japanese favorites to all 3 go yard on FanDuel?
Plus 8,000.
Plus 27,000. Shohei's plus 255, but Seiya Suzuki is 680 and Yoshida is plus 900.
Holy shit!
I'm in for a couple bucks. I mean, I'm in. Like, what are we talking about? $2 to win 550. I'm in. I'm running it. Holy.
I do have one other play for that Cubs game. I'm taking Nico Hoerner to not strike out. He has a 7% strikeout rate this year, and you can get it for plus 110. So I'll take it for the plus money.
Yeah.
I think
That's
Blake
rare to
Snell will
get that, right?
probably walk him twice.
It's rare to
But
get plus money on a strikeout line like that, right? On an under. I guess it depends on the guy a lot, obviously. But
depends on the guy and the pitcher, but I've been looking at like another guy that I'm probably going to target is Xander Bogaerts' strikeout rate. He's number 7 overall for the lowest, 9.7%. I've been getting him the last few games at like plus 140 and plus 150 to not strike out, which is kind of crazy. And he hasn't struck out, so I'm probably going to ride that again. But for comparison, like Arias is like minus 265 to not strike out.
that's wild,
So it's
right? That's really wild.
5%. He's 5% strikeout rate. So yeah,
Right.
it's pretty rare.
I like that, and I'm probably beyond that. I wonder if we throw that into our Japanese homer. Hey, we might be getting real. I think we got like what 2 games left. We haven't touched on at all. Cardinals with Woodford. Wait, who the hell's pitching for the Giants? This is a weird pitcher day, right? Breba something. I also didn't touch this one. I'm not betting on Michael Conforto tonight, so it's almost guaranteed that Michael Conforto is going to get a home run. So gun to my head, that would be my pick. Is he in jail? That was funny, wasn't it? What do you guys think about this thing at all?
Nah.
Yeah, that's fine. All right,
I'll tail the
covered a lot here.
Conforto thing though.
I'm not playing it, so you're not tailing me, or else it'll miss. So we're clear. So you're welcome.
Okay. Oh, see, no, I need you to tell me that it is a what was the word you used before with the what was it?
Go
Springer
figure it
and Vladdy?
Yeah.
No, remember you were like this guy is
I say a lot of dumb shit, Jared. Like
it was something like you were like it's not the word lock, but you were like you can almost guarantee that he's gonna hit a home run or something like that.
You literally said I said Springer, and you said I'm gonna take Vladdy because you're on Springer, and you said I guarantee you it's gonna hit, and then of course it freaking hits because I hate you.
No, but you said something. There was something that you were like, this guy
Talking
is
about his being due.
Yeah, yeah.
Him
That's
being
what it
due.
was. You were like, so now you got to say like, tell me like Jock Peterson's due or something like that, and I'll bet Conforto. You know what I mean?
Jock Peterson is it's actually Conforto that's due, so maybe you should bet Peterson if we're getting real scientific about it.
You know what? I'm in. Jock Peterson is definitely gonna hit a home run tonight.
That's your guarantee?
That's it.
Wait, I think
Jock Peterson probably, he probably will tonight. You're
right. So? I'm not gonna bet it. You guys are welcome. But yeah, if chat wants just a free, a guaranteed homer pick, sounds like Jock Peterson's the guy. I do have a play on this last game. Wait, is it? Oh, it's tomorrow. Wait, did we talk about the Diamondbacks game? How did that go? Down 2-4. Thank you, Brady Singer. You gotta bet. You gotta take a home run against Brady Singer every time he pitches. In my opinion, he is a lefty. He's a big reverse splits guy. He's not good against righties or lefties, but he is worse against lefties. Nick, you like this guy, don't you?
Brady Singer, I do, but he's all over the place.
That's the thing. I do think his
Blackman
just hit. Oh shit, that game started already. Blackman just hit a home run. Dude, I had him, Vladdy, and I think Devers. This is like what started me only betting on home runs, all in a parlay, like $2 to win like $2,000 or something. And it was just Blackman that didn't go yard. So I just hate him. Especially he hasn't hit very many this year, right?
I think that's his second.
Yeah, he has not hit very many at all, and he plays in Colorado. I'm taking the kid. I'm taking Corbin Carroll. Interesting enough, from the numbers I really look at, this kid actually is also a reverse splits guy. He's a little bit better against lefties for some reason. That could just be like a blip in the data. But I think I got him at crazy odds this morning. I guess it wasn't that crazy. Plus 600. I played that at 0.18 U. The best odds this morning were on FanDuel. Check that with Pickett Sports. Use code GoldBoys. Yeah, I don't know where he's at right now, but you got to fade Brady Singer every time he's out there right now until he develops that consistency. I agree with you, Nick. He does have good stuff. I talked about that with Ryan on one of the shows way back when. He does have good stuff, but he's just one of those guys who he cannot stay consistent, and for some reason he's worse against lefties. I don't know. Corbin Carroll, home run, plus 600.
I'll probably take a dart on Marte because he hits more power from the right side, So he's gonna flip tonight to the right side. He just doesn't have that power that he used to, and I don't think the odds have really adjusted to it. But he's fun to bet on once in a while because you kind of hope you've seen what he can do in the past years ago. I think he had a 25, 30 home run season, but that's just not there no more. But every once in a while versus a lefty, I like to take a dart on him, so I'll probably go with him.
I have him written down as well. Hey, Nick.
Nothing.
We're talking about basketball. I don't even know who's playing basketball tonight. So I think, Jared, it's going to be all you if you want to rattle off some NBA plays. I do have written down, I want to ask you guys just real quick if Trae Young is actually even good at basketball, and is playoff Jimmy Butler one of the greatest players of all time? Any thoughts?
Wait, you want to talk about other things? Or you want to talk about the game?
Whatever you want to do.
Well, we just got news that Bogdan Bogdanovic is starting. I want to see if his odds moved because I put him in at 17.5 points. Kind of figured that he was going to start, but now it's official. I want to see if the odds moved. The odds went up. I think it was 16 or 17 yesterday. Now it's 17.5. So let me see. His odds are points. Hey, yeah, the odds didn't move. 17.5 minus 104. That was like the play I gave out earlier. He hit this in 4 of the last 7 games versus Celtics, but 2 of those games he played 22 minutes or less. So you take that out of the equation. If he plays heavy minutes, he hit that and help me out with the math. 4 to 5 games. So
something like that. 80%.
So that's not bad. That's not a bad line. Especially when their backs are against the wall. He's going to have to step up here and play 35 minutes. They need scoring now. So
this is a guy I loved betting on. I think maybe not last year, but the year before. I don't know. It seems like the line for his points and his threes were always just a little low, and I think he was still coming off the maybe that's when he was starting. I don't know, but his usage was just weird for a while. But yeah, this is a guy that can play basketball like flat out. If he's going to get the minutes, 17.5 shouldn't not be hard for him to do at all. I don't think.
And I'm going to take Jaylen Brown to go off for threes in this game because obviously Murray's out, and the Hawks in the past had a reputation. They were just like the Heat. They just gave up a ton of threes to shooting guards. Murray kind of changed that whole image, when he joined the team. So now he's suspended. Their guard play may take a hit, especially defensively. So Jaylen Brown is due for a big game, especially from 3. I mean, Tatum can't carry the whole load here. Jaylen Brown's kind of been having some stinkers, from 3-pointer. So every once in a while, like especially in the playoffs, nothing stays the same. Very rarely, anyway, except for Tatum when he floats around 29 points almost every freaking game with 22 shots. But you look at a guy, it's like, what's the game plan going to be in this game? Like, what are they going to target? What are they going to try to do? And this is where you get value on threes with guys like this, because it's like, oh, he hasn't went off on threes yet. This is the game where I think he goes off on threes. You could call it a stupid method, but especially with a key player like this, they're not going to stink it up the whole series. Jaylen Brown, I think he's going to hit 4 or 5 threes in this game.
I don't hate it. I'm gonna watch baseball tonight. I'll be honest with you. So good luck to everybody. I hope the Bucks lose whenever they play next. Just kidding, Nick. Just to recap, we gotta get out of here. We went a little long today with technical difficulties and all the baseball and just the sheer amount of content we gave out to the people tonight. I'm on Adolis Garcia home run, Jonah Heim home run, Corbin Carroll home run, Brandon Nimmo home run, Gunnar Henderson home run. Anything else you guys really like you want to give to people before we bid adieu till tomorrow?
That guy that you don't know on the A's over strikeouts, and then Nico Horner under 1 strikeout.
Love it.
Jack Sawinski, Eloy Jimenez, Dan Vogelback, Matt Olson, Javi Baez, and Shohei Ohtani.
All dingers. I'm in. See, Nick? Come on, man. Nick's going to be the only one that makes money tonight. All right, this has been GoldBoys Primetime. Thank you, Pickett Sports. Thank you, Boom Fantasy. GoldBoys.com to sign up. Use code GoldBoys on all the apps. We're back tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We're back tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Apologize for the technical difficulties. Thank you for sticking around. And, good luck on all your bets.